What is up, Puzzle Pals? I am weirdly doing a quick, let's call it a pop-up stream right now, because tomorrow is our only Connect game night, and Zoom had a weird hiccup when I streamed on Monday, and I just want to make sure that things seem to be working properly and everything is in order. Because tomorrow we got a good one tomorrow night. David Harris will be running a new episode of call it Only Connect. It's a lot like BBC Only Connect. You might know and love the New York Times Connections game. That British quiz show is where it came from, but also we are playing trivia afterward. It will be a good one, an unusual one. Be here. Um, so yeah, so that's kind of the twofold purpose of tonight's stream. Want to let everybody know that tomorrow night, and we're doing it early. We are playing at 7 Eastern tomorrow. And we'll play Only Connect first, and then at roughly 8 p.m. Eastern time, we will get our trivia game going. Why am I just in the corner of this? Oh, people pouring in here. What's up, everybody? This is super weird. I love to be jumping in bed around 10 local. I get up early, I try to go to bed early. But tonight it's a little, well, what's up, Eliana? Yes, Eliana will be one of our players tomorrow night in the chat box. I see, but live on the Zoom tomorrow. Um, yeah, so 7 p.m. connections game. David Harris will be throwing the levers for that. And then 8 p.m. Eastern trivia. What was I saying? I think I've said it. Even as people continue to come in here and not having heard anything, they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Why am I only in the corner here? Well, because I'm sharing this window. And note, if you will, my incredible artwork. This billboard sign to your right took me 5 hours to make. And if I close this window or stop sharing it, then my handiwork will disappear and I will like embarrassingly have to do it in front of you while you watch. We don't want that. So, all right. Well, here we are. That's why these streams take so long. We're 4 minutes deep and I've done nothing. But what I've done is let you know about tomorrow's stream. But also, again, this is Zoom that I used to run these streams like weirdly failed in a way that it hadn't ever streaming since the COVID pandemic. So I just want to make sure this thing runs smoothly. I'm not looking to stream for a long time. This is a weird time slot for me. I usually never stream this late, but we're doing it now. So all I'm trying to do now is just like knock out a couple crosswords and say hi and bye. Tomorrow night's stream is very much the main attraction. This is just for kicks real quick. Okay. I don't think tomorrow's crossword is a good move. I don't think people have played that yet, but I'm starting on the New York Times website here. Let's see. Yeah, let's knock out an easy one and a hard one. Maybe look at Brendan Quigley stuff. I haven't seen his material lately. We'll get back into streaming Orca Award nominees. That was great the other day. The crossword Oscars are coming up on February 23rd. You can buy a charity puzzle pack for that. I should have grabbed the link. Anyway, we'll have more to say about that. We did a bunch of them the other night. And if you look back at the VOD from Monday night, you can learn all about the orcas. And for a charitable donation in an amount of your choosing, you can get like all 80 some of the nominated puzzles we started playing in here the other day. With that said, well, Tuesday puzzle theoretically, do I need this light on? Tuesday puzzle theoretically should be within reach. Is my billboard too? Is it going to block the grid? I don't even know. I don't want to find out the hard way. Let's try that. Nate Carden, how do you like that? Nate, one of the best California-based puzzle maker and a guy who I saw the National Crossword Tournament last year. I can always change the size. I think this is like smaller than usual grid. I'm not even. All right. Doesn't matter. Really, it's not what we're here to like. This is real material. All right. I'm going to try to go fast, but I don't know. Lately, I've had an easier time on the hard ones than the easy ones. But anyway, let's see how this goes. Let's try that. Holy. Ugh, are they gonna go with max, please? No, even. Should know that, I guess, maybe. Or why not for the great Gilbert Gottfried there? Ovens. Sure. That even still a thing? Yes. I told. Oh, emoticon. Oh, well, very plausible 7-letter guesses don't always work out. Let's try this. God forbid I should look at the theme. Elvis, T-Pain, Kesha. Nice. Is that Adele? Quite possibly 30 down. Let's try this. Is this looks like that might be good. Or that. Do I change direction? Ah, Trevor Project, that's what I donated to get those puzzles I was just yammering about. Very worthwhile cause. Inside voices, y'all. Very clever. Whoop. Eyes on me. All eyes on me. Why isn't Tupac in this puzzle? I ask you. All eyes on me. EYE. S or Z for him? I can't remember. Let's try this, that, and like this, like that, y'all. And this and that. 9/10 of the law, possession, y'all. That's the way it works. Ah, it's not good for me at all. Grade level. Thank you, Adele, as if you haven't given and given enough. This, this, and that, and like this, y'all. 331, respectable. Not breaking any records, but not stubbing any toes. Nate Carden, great one. I really like this actually. Elvis, Kesha, T-Pain, and Adele, all 5 letters. Elegant work, Nathan, if indeed that is your name. No, I love Nate Carden. His puzzles are great. Don't see him often enough. Glad to see him in the New York Times. Of course, this is a few days ago. I, however, didn't know about it at the time. Welcome, lurkers, chatters, joining me. Well, do I repeat myself? Okay, I'll keep it short this time. I'm doing the stream because Zoom had a weird hiccup and the screen share, the camera, maybe the mic all like stopped working for a sec and it was like super weird. The other day in the crossword stream, I don't mind if I'm just streaming and that happens, whatever. But tomorrow night we've got 6 or 7 or maybe even more people joining me playing an only connect game. Number of players is tentatively set. We have a special guest doing the trivia tomorrow night, and it's a lot. I don't want the computer to screw up what will otherwise be a really, really good one tomorrow night. Please join us. 7 Eastern for the connections game, 8 Eastern for the trivia. And what else? Oh, not going to go into it. But did I get to jump on the tennis court tonight with the women's tennis teams of Oklahoma State University and Northwestern University during the run up to You know, I can go crazy and throw a link in the chat. Nobody but me cares about this. Me and my buddy Max, who is a frequent guest here. Um, for those several, few, none maybe of you who are like into college tennis as I am, there is a huge tennis tournament happening at Northwestern University and University of Illinois on the women's side, and at two schools in Texas on the men's side. It's like as big as the NCAA tournament, nearly 64 teams squared off in, I think, 14 cities of four teams each. A few months ago, they played their way, they started in little semi-final brackets, they played their way down, and the 16 winners, well, 14 winners plus Northwestern and Illinois that got buys into the tournament because they're the hosts, are hosting. This monster tournament starts on Friday, runs for 5 days. The teams are in town warming up and practicing, and there was a little hit and giggle for any community members who chose to jump on the court. I did tonight. So much fun. So much fun. My partner was an undergrad at Oklahoma State who was in the finals of Junior Wimbledon. Are you kidding me? Insane. This girl is in college, top 500 in the world. Her sister's in the top 100. I could go on and on and on about that, but I won't. Actually, I think I just did. All right. Anyway, that was the Tuesday. Nate Carden, thank you for the great puzzle. We usually start with an easy and then a hard puzzle. It is already 10-ish p.m. here. 10-ish. What were we just talking about then? So let's bang out a couple of New York Times, is one or two of Brendan's and call it a night. We will jump next week, or I don't know, this weekend, or maybe next week, we'll jump back into the Orca nominees, the crossword Oscars that are coming up on February 23rd. I'll have more to say about that. Hey, instant user, what is happening? How are you? Thanks for joining. This is super weird that like I'm streaming this late, but I got off the tennis court, had a bite to eat, and then I was like, I think I want to do a stream, just make sure the computer is not doing anything weird. Anyway, so here we are. Look at this cool grid that I am Nick Merritts. Don't know you, but I'm sure there are many merits to your crossword. Does it have symmetry in both directions? Oh, instant, you're very kind. Well, I tell you what, no spoilers. I'm not going to say anything about the current Jeopardy Tournament of Champions. However, a wonderful person who is well known in puzzle circles has been playing in the Tournament of Champions. The less I say about it, the better. He has been a frequent player on this stream, Only Connect and trivia player. And more important than all of that, just a great person. And so go Paolo, go. That's all I got to say. Instant, please no spoilers in the chat. There are people who, for many reasons, please don't say anything about it in the chat. I've already said maybe more than I should have, but I know I gave no spoilers. Okay. Well, here we are. Now we're 15 minutes deep, and I've done one puzzle. That's even worse than 4 minutes deep, having done no puzzles. All right. Nick, don't know you, don't know your work. Go easy on me. It's late. I'm tired. And off we go. Wrestling. I'm going to block the chat for just 1 sec. Sorry. Instant. It always like makes it harder for me to go fast. Look, I just wasted 9 seconds talking about it. Oh, probably this fashion. Is this the eye test guy? If pediatricians is wrong, I'm going to seriously be unhappy about that. But get over it someday. Oh man, I should totally know this. I should extremely know this. Probably. Either. Could it be that? Could it be this? Definitely, definitely could. Vanilla ice cream, y'all. You go for some of that right now. What is happening? Oh, they're just the people. Got it. Oh my God, I've completely heard of that. Can't spit it out. Is that a verb? Don't know. Is this probably this? Ay, 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 all these words, and more words. Ah, fair enough. Oh, Snellen chart. Yeah. Okay. Vocab Calloway. That's our friend Ben Zimmer. Love Ben Zimmer. Era. That how you spell baritone? That's how I spell it, apparently. This is wrong. I'm super not into that. Uh, tens, not 12s, but tens, of course. It could be a slab, and it is because that's that. Is it rounds up? That's clearly a D. Let's try this. It's like this and like that and like this, y'all. Uh, Terrier? Something's happening. Something is rotten. That is the British Open, I believe. Trophy, is it not? Speaking of Iago, were we not? Oh, Spaniel. Wow, that is not a good look. I should have known that. Old man. Don't have it. Wow, I would love to get both of these. This is what now? Very interesting. Ideas? I have no ideas, or I do have ideas. Oh, I don't know. File, edit, maybe. Well, it could be this. Definitely could. Men, titles. Game of Thrones, y'all. Damn, I really would love to know what those things are. And trap. This, no, it is definitely what's going on over here. Dials. This is what. God damn it! Don't curse on my stream. Oh wait, I did. Not you. Not spit that out. I have even clue. Now hiring typist. Can you type better than I? The answer is yes. Oh, yeah. Am I in this puzzle? I didn't even know it. That's not a great look. This is this. This is arranged by this. Is this also wrong? Yikes. Wow. I have broken new records in how many errors you can make on one answer. This is, my God, just, just not a good look at all. It's Lake Superior, y'all. Wrote a puzzle for the New York Times about the water in Lake Superior. That's gonna have to wait for me to screw up some more answers, then we'll get into it. Monica Seles from Novi Sad, Yugoslavia. Of course, it no longer is that. Um, seeing that, nor that. Hmm. So plural that doesn't end in an S, I tell you. Is this a hair thing? Oh, Jesus Christ. Did I write a puzzle for NPR about the Neanderthals? I did. Doesn't help me solve this puzzle. These idle brags that no one cares about. But this is chignon. Oui, c'est un chignon. C'est pour ça que je peut-être va finir cet endroit en moins une heure. I said ideas. I said edit. Santa Monica Pier. Naturally, something is wrong. Incubuses is incub. Oh, that didn't fix it either. I guess go would be the appropriate thing to say now. All right, where's the typo or typos? What's this? Maybe it's something like Santa. Oh, it's actually right. Ah, that's not. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, we would have gone under 8 minutes if I wasn't like typing with my feet. Oh my God, look at all of the action in the chat. Please don't. Instant, please don't. Um, a big Willie D. I know, a big Willie D. You know, man, I so want to unshare the screen, but that'll kill my little billboard here. Will, you're reminding me of that classic Onion headline. One of my, there was a whole, Ira Glass did a whole This American Life episode about the Onion writers' room, the toughest room in America. Just like all timers, like, and back when the Onion was just everybody was on, like these rock stars on their way to like run the Daily Show and write for Seinfeld and do all these things, Conan. But yeah, so like there was this, like they had this existential crisis. Somebody submitted or wrote the headline, Area Ghost just stopped by to say boo. And apparently half of them thought it was like the greatest thing ever, and half of them were like, I will have to resign from the Onion if we print this. This is against everything we stand for. Like, I don't know, they have these very like nuanced, like principled reasons to love it or hate it. Ravenite, ahoy hoy, I got some news for you, my boy. Actually, I talked to our friend Max about this earlier tonight. I'm gonna go like so low key that nobody gets to see it. Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Will Shorts will be running a trivia game tomorrow night during our Connections game. So don't miss it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. And I've played the material. It's awesome. And Ravenite, I think you and I have discussed this before. Michael, you are invited. It's tomorrow night. We're playing a Connections game that Dave Harris wrote that you probably have already seen or played. The Connections game will be at 7 p.m. tomorrow, and we will play trivia. It's Connections, K-E-N, Connections, because it's in the format that the great Ken Jennings wrote so many iterations of. It is sort of connections-based trivia questions. So it's not only connect, but it's man, talk about burying the lead. I started the stream by yammering about my like aging computer. And I think I also did about 30 minutes on that like indoor national women's college tennis tournament. Anyway, yeah, so Will be joining us roughly 8 Eastern tomorrow, and he'll run his game. So that it's a similar concept to the Connections game we play, meaning he asks a trivia question. There's an answer. And then he asks another one, and the answers gradually form a connection. And the earlier you can spot the connection, the more points you get. I honestly, Paolo and I just kind of ran, Paolo Pasco, there, ow, both feet hurt. I dropped two names. Paolo and I played this material with Will over Labor Day weekend, and we were just throwing questions around. We were just kind of having fun messing around. So I don't know. I honestly don't know if Will wants to do it in like a team format or keep scores individually, or it'll just, I mean, the fun of playing his material, which is very cute, and the novelty of like having him on here running a game after 5 years of my streaming or whatever. That's really the attraction. I don't know that I don't know that anyone cares who wins. Much like the connections game, the win is getting to play or getting to watch it. I get just as much enjoyment out of watching a game as I do playing it. I do a little of both around here. Ravenite, I am sorry I didn't give you more notice. This just came together like this afternoon. And honestly, I wasn't sure whether I should even mention it on the stream tonight. I talked to our friend Max today, and he's like, "Tell people, tell people." So anyway, so I'm telling you guys, whether I go like wider tomorrow on the socials, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about doing that. It would be fun to have a ton of people in here, but it would also sort of add to the pressure. And I also like it if it's mostly like people who are actual Twitch people instead of just super randos. But the more the merrier, I guess. Okay, well now let's see. Now we've done 3 puzzles and we're up to 28 minutes. My ratio is intact. What were we talking about earlier? Lake Superior. Oh, if you spread the water of Lake, how'd that go? All right, give me 1 second. If I don't close that window, we're still screen sharing. I think, did I kill the billboard? Still, yay, it still worked. All right, I'll keep this short. We just referred to 2 New York Times cryptograms. One of them was about Lake Superior, and that one was for anyone who cares. Does anyone? Probably not, but we've come this far. On October 8th of 2024, we learned in the puzzle that the water in Lake Superior could flood all of North and South America to a depth of 1 foot. Are you kidding me? That is insane. And then wait, we just alluded to one other. Oh, Neanderthal. That was whatever. That was NPR. Let's not even waste even more time on that. But the gist was like the word Netherlands and the word Neanderthals are virtually anagrams. Like you change one letter. So that was an NPR Sunday puzzle at one point. But let's get back to what's important. Well, we're a half hour deep. It's not crazy late here, although tomorrow is turning into a big day, and I am pretty tired. Michael, how are you? Instant, how are you? A Big Willie D, if you're still awake, if you're still here, how are you? Oh, whoa, look, we've got a bunch of lurkers in here. Thank you for joining me, y'all. I think our regular European puzzle pals who frequent this place are clearly not here. However, we do have a couple New Zealand and Australia based puzzle pals. I don't know, maybe it's a couple hours better for them than usual. Instant Sin on Trace. Oh my God, the hits keep coming. Hello, Jay. How are you? I was just talking at Northwestern University Law School a couple hours ago. Why? Because I had the rare privilege of jumping on the tennis court tonight with the Northwestern University women's tennis team and Oklahoma State, and there are 8 teams in town here, including Northwestern, for a huge tournament that starts on Friday in Evanston. And there were so many people on those courts. We played on 6 courts. Anyway, law school, Northwestern. It's been a theme night, Northwestern theme night, and great to see you, Jay. Instant, give me a year. Jay, give me a month. I don't know, sometime since, 1993. Let's pick a random New York Times crossword to solve. I'll let you guys choose it. Let's go here. I could just, do a recent one, but it might be more interesting to go, oh, I don't know. I mean, during the pandemic, I was doing a lot of them, but I don't know, something from the teens, perhaps the aughts. I'm not going to put the pressure on you guys to pick. Well, a lot of 2012. Yeah, I would say that was a way better year for America than, oh, I don't know, this one. Yeah, you were a year now. All right, Jay, if you're still awake, I mean, 3 minutes later, I totally get it if you're no longer awake. I seem to be yammering about everything other than crosswords here tonight. Jay, pick a month if you're still with me. Also, I don't know how long how long is the lag on this thing? That was another weird thing that happened the other day. The lag got crazy long. March. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna see how long it took. Oh, okay, virtually 0 lag. That's great. Because I want the chat to be able to play along as usual on in our games tomorrow. And if there's a crazy 20 or 30-second lag, which there was the other day, that is going to kill the action for the chat. So hopefully my Zoom and computer behave themselves, and tomorrow it's like normal. Okay, should we do, oh, maybe give Brendan equal time. I am trying to get my brain all warmed up for tomorrow's big connections game. I'm playing in the connections game tomorrow, but I am spectating in the connections game, the connections trivia. Yeah, I remember that Mayan calendar thing. Still, I want to be at my usual C- level, best I can do level of, trivia and connection solving. Let's see who was writing puzzles back then. Mike Nothnagel, one of the best. Mike is in charge of the judges at the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament. Brilliant guy, math professor, excellent puzzle writer. I think I met him the first time I went to the National Crossword Tournament. That was in 2009. Really like Mike. Haven't seen his name around. I don't think he's writing as many maybe crosswords as he used to, but he's one of the best and such a good guy. But enough about Mike. Let's try to solve this puzzle. Satchmo, y'all. Overt, perhaps. An array, yeah. Can I sit? Maybe. Can we go? Is it espresso? It is. Something's wrong here. Beer did lad with a Y. Den mother, father. Didn't type Anais's name, even though we knew it. Carry me, yikes. Not what I had in mind at all. This, who's watching the Super Bowl? I guess I am. I guess I am. Oh, okay. That was a band that Michael Stipe's sister was in from REM. How do you like that? That is obscure trivia. I don't even know if Ben Zimmer would know that. I want this to be boa constrictor, and well, it just extremely is not. Ringed something king cobra. Legal stuff, Jay. What is this? Ready, sit, hide, and seek. Reading it further would waste valuable time. Not that Mike's work isn't awesome, because as you can see, it really is. John Reese Davies, y'all. Indiana Jones's friend. So, rearrange those letters. You get Noy Street. I just drove by it in Evanston. This gun it, not guess it, gun it at issue. Heresies, liens. I've heard of this. Don't know. You win. Overt. Said that earlier. Did I not? Array. I said that earlier. Did I not? I did. Red Rider, I think, is a movie, isn't it? Try out. Try one. naturally there's a problem. And it's where? Oh, I haven't seen all the clues. That's not helping. Probably a typo. I mean, that is my brand. I know myself and I know why people come here. It is to feel superior to me as a typist. Is this, where's the problem? Ready or not, here I come are the circled letters. Man, Mike, so good. I knew his name as a, I don't really, there's nothing at stake. I'm not deeply worried about the time here. I'm not thrilled about like not being able to find the mistake, but I knew Mike's name like before I started going to like crossword events. Um, just because it's an unusual name and his stuff is like so good. What's the problem? I give DVR, yikes. And that we're not done. I felt extremely confident that that was going to finish this thing here. All right, what is this? A Masher. I thought that was wrong, but it actually isn't. All right, do we really need to look at every damn clue? Maybe we do. How's everybody doing, by the way? I'm so superb owl. That is so funny, Jay, that you say that because I was very lucky to be in Argentina 2 years ago on Super Bowl Sunday. And I was at this like I flew that day from Iguazu, from the Iguazu waterfall zone in the jungle to much more urban Buenos Aires. So there's this incredible like tropical bird sanctuary on the Brazil side. In the waterfall zone, the river, there's a river that separates Brazil from Argentina, and there are incredible waterfalls on both sides. So I'll just keep looking while I chat. And would you, oh, this is definitely Red River. Okay, Red Rider is, no, the Red Rocker is Sammy Hagar. Let's review. All right, Red River, my bad. Wow, that took forever. Gimli is the dwarf who has a contest with Legolas the elf of how many like orcs they can kill, whatever. Lord of the Rings. What was I? Man, no one cares, and I can't remember. And it's maybe it's better if I don't finish my thought when I'm talking about nothing. I have absolutely no ridiculous. More rock, less talk. Bird sanctuary. Yes, Jay, thank you. Okay. So I threw it on Instagram. Superb owl Sunday. It literally was on Super Bowl Sunday, and they were these beautiful owls, like in the shade of this enclosure. What was funny was I then fly like to Buenos Aires. I've now just spent I the trip started in Rio de Janeiro. It was wonderful. 4 days, absolute A plus, strong recommend, loved it. Then into the jungle for the natural beauty and the waterfalls and the all that stuff. And then like weird like culture shock back into extreme urbanity of the gigantic Buenos Aires. So next thing I know, I'm in a French hotel in the bar, and there are Americans all around me. I was like the only English speaker at half of the stuff I had done for the previous like 4 or 5 days. And there are people wearing San Francisco 49ers jerseys. And I might as well have been in, Oklahoma City or San Francisco. It was crazy. And why am I off about that? Oh, well, you know what? I won't go any further. There's a whole like wordplay, blah, blah thing, but it's just not important. All right, let's stick in March 2012. Can we focus on what's important? Jay, please quit distracting. Jay, you did nothing wrong. Please join us tomorrow night, though. Jay, Instant, Ravenite, Willie. I see we've got plenty of lurkers. Thanks for joining. Tomorrow night we are playing Connections at 7 o'clock Eastern, and Connections, Ken Jennings format trivia questions that have connections. And who's hosting that game? Oh, only the great Will Shortz, New York Times puzzle editor and my editor for the puzzles I write for the newspaper. It's going to be great. I've heard the questions, his materials, really fun. And he has been like, I will immodestly say, he has been saying to me, remember, we got to do my trivia game on your thing. So I'm delighted. He does not do a lot of public appearances, and yet he has popped into the stream from time to time. And this is a new one though. Usually it's in the context of his crossword tournament. This is just for fun, just for kicks. All right, we're already in March of 2012. I'm gonna go insane, and even though it's getting late and I'm getting tired, Scott Atkinson, don't know you, but man, I love a long spanning crossword answer. Caro, what are you doing awake? Don't you know that you're in Germany and that it's almost 11 p.m. in Chicago? Did I wake you up with an alert? If I did, or a notification? If I did, I'm very sorry about that. This is Kim. Leah Salonga. Jay, you know I love me some Leah Salonga. And you know I am singling you out. This is identification. Sorry about that, Carol. Keep your head down is 16 letters. I assume this is 15. Let me keep something though. This, you know, cards, identification. Is that this? I should completely know that, and I do not. Is this satellite something? A dish? Love that. Ah, this is these. I am very not into that TES. Uh, test the waters. It's not. I am wondering hard about that. Yeah. Well, I is that seeing that like at all? I don't know this there, and yet I kind of feel like that those letters are right. Military, y'all. Oh, it's just that. I was thinking like a sports groundkeeper. Scream would be mixed with Alex Trebek. Spirit Airlines. What's this? That Will Short's favorite crossword clue and answer. Get into that in a second. It's some kind of this nuclear test bans, something like it. UK style, y'all. Cape Verde, speak French there. Russian news service, perhaps. Is this an S? Yeah. I want this to be a tirade, yet it so isn't. This is the British Soho. Garage doors. Not wild about. Man, I throw in these easily could be wrong guesses, and guess what happens? Did we not just see yes, no question? Georgetown, I don't know. I don't think they're in this tournament, but I'll tell you who is. Like, I'll tell you who is. Everybody else. There are seven. There are seven NCAA tennis teams that are in town to play in ITA. It's like I dare you? Is this? Landlocked is Laos. This is probably something in Mexico. What? Ay, ay, ay. Or is it like a dog itching something? This might be wrong too. Oh my God. What is happening with these garages? Tell you what, I don't know. This is DIY. Yep. The less I talk, the easier it goes. And yet I just feel the need. Seeing anything symmetry related going. JKL is over the 5. MNO is therefore over the 6. This is the moon light. So the moonlight Sobata. Test one's metal. Wait, they don't speak French? Cape Verde? Test one's metal. Wow. Huh. My friends were just on a cruise there. Well, Katie, bar, the could be sets door, y'all. Portuguese, that is super plausible. Is it a the or a the? Find out momentarily. This pouring one out for the great Catherine O'Hara. Of course, she was the best. Just the best. What a talent. Krav Maga or GTFO, y'all. This is, what is this? Oh, it's just one word, right? It is the non black squares. Oh, non-continuously. Nice. I'll tell you one thing about the black squares. They're giving me a headache. Not that this is not a good puzzle. It definitely is. It's just like confusing to look at. This Smith. I'm not checking the other clues. Probably have 6 typos that I don't know about yet. This is rash. I was extremely not seeing that. John Tesh. Finally, some props for good old John Tesh. This is what now? Yikes. Went to Helsinki once. I certainly didn't get very re-aim. Something is very weird about that. No idea. Could be right, I guess, but it's just super weird. Contiguously, my guess was plausible, but wrong. This is way more plausible in the sense that it's right. This is this and top this. Wow, incredibly, we finished one without the wah wah fix your typos message. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you, chatters. For those of you who haven't noticed on the right, we are playing Only Connect tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Please join us at 8 p.m. Eastern for a special feature. New York Times puzzle editor Will Shortz will be jumping in and presenting some trivia material. It's a lot of fun. I've played it, and Will is he seems to have a modicum of cred in the old puzzle world. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Please join us. Well, how long have we been streaming for? This was meant as like a test of my computer. And well, 51, maybe we can try to knock out Brendan's puzzle and land this plane in under an hour. It'd be very unlike me. But note that I stacked these websites so I can just go left and right without changing windows. And when you look at that, the billboard remains even as we go to Brendan Quigley's website. All right, so Our friend Brendan drops, as the kids say, a hard puzzle every Monday. And well, I have not been keeping up on them. It's just been busy. All kinds of life stuff has been going on. Let's shut up and solve. Keep this thing going. Turn the clock on. This is to be the Mossad. This is this crossword classic. This is a dog team. Did I have the privilege of riding an Iditarod dog sled up in the Yukon Territory last summer? Is this a dud? I went to Alaska. Is this Eric Satie? Looks like it. Man, this is super non-responsive. What is going on with the old with the keyboard? Is it the website or is it me? This termite. Anyway, incredible, incredible. Visit the training grounds of like a leading Iditarod dog team. So crazy. Really fun though. Candy corn is a candy's dimmest interim wants to be, and yet it extremely is not. Nor do I know this. Just sure looks like it's steep because that's an S. Off to a very slow start, but that's okay. Oy vey, I really should know that. It's not Ontario, nor is it Ottawa. Is it OK State? I just played tennis with the girls of women of the Cowgirls tennis squad of Oklahoma State University. And damn, could those kids play tennis? They're not kids, but wait, Mahjong. No, this is probably this. What a gigantic thrill and privilege to get to jump on. I mean, if I shut up, this gets way easier. Maybe I'll do that for a quick sec. Anyway, I know you guys all want to hear about the college tennis hit and giggle that I just played in, but I can wait. I can wait until never. So much easier when I shut up. These answers are jumping out on a fast, on a diet. Yep. You got to fast, y'all. Taking that blood test. That diet ain't gonna work. You got to fast. And then after it, you feast. Wasn't that an earlier puzzle? I seen it. Feel as though I've seen this name. I might be imagining it though. Interesting. Interesting again. Let's try that. What is this? Lineage of a horse? Fastens? No. I have no idea what this is. That is not good for me at all. At all, I tell you. Allenby, romance, casts. This is a term I don't know. Casts to, casts on. Is it a None of the things I'm thinking of fit. We have to work our way back there, y'all. It's either terrific. Maybe if I watched or listened to anything from the last 10 years, I would have it better. Like this, for example. Man, I love me a cappuccino. I had my first one the other day. Loved it. Loved it. Gathered is 8 letters. That is the biggest problem in my life at the moment. No, that is the biggest problem. Is it AI? Presumably that, I mean, an axis, I guess. A British crossword maker is a setter. Come on, Brandon. Give me a little something to work with. Esteem. We just did esteems. Brandon, get some new material. Who's this? Clearly that's S. That's all the help I need for that. That. That's a I definitely could be right. Taxis up. No. Still don't know. 10 seconds later, shockingly. What is this? Ay, ay, ay. Is it a guy? Is it not a guy? Is it Maria? Is it Julio? There's so many Pedro, so many 5-letter names that are not. Well, don't worry. I assume this is right. David, no clue. Ariadne. Taxis. Who do I want this to be? Clearly it's not right. Oh my God. Could not spit this out. Taxis in. Rogaine, y'all. David. Who are you, David? Let's get to know the real David. This Martini, Rego, sure. Ramon, sure. I fear. Love it. Air ferns, I guess, is a thing. It sounds vaguely familiar. Casts on idiom. Ay, ay, ay. Extremely fooled. All right, Brendan, you're in the lead. You are definitely slowing me down. Not diarist. I guess we got to go with dimmest. What is this? Oh, we haven't seen this yet. Model T's or A's. Bets in limbo. It helps if you know how many words it is. This, some sweet corn. No clue what's going on there. This is Oneonta, New York. Definitely could be. I once saw the Oneonta Astros play all Nippon Airways. Is that even relevant to this? I have no idea. The Geneva Cubs, Geneva, New York, the 7th smallest pro. Mealy's, sure, take your word for it, Brendan. Yeah, pretty neat. A ball, y'all. Said dud, but we didn't type it. Probably. Totes. Not sure I love that idea. And yet, what is it? No clue. What were we talking about? That is like the informal slogan of this stream. I go into so many tangents that I can't even remember what. Is this a termite? Starting to feel like it because I think that is that. And all of a sudden I'm out of love with it. What were we talking about? I can't remember. It's my thing. It's an E. And this is this a wedge? What is this? Notes? Votes. That kind of party. Got it. V. Okay, Gansevoort #1. That is not Jackson Pollock, but Lee. What the? I almost cursed. What is her name? Don't tell me. I think that's who this is. It's not Vermeer. Hmm. This, if that's right, then this is, I mean, it ain't mochi balls, but what is it? For rent, me, welcome. Yeah, that EE has got to go. Let's try, might be right. I think this ends in ER. And so what is going on here? What, I ask you, rhetorically, of course, this leak. French name? Oh, thank God. Wait a minute. Biryani. Is it not naan or roti? Am I way off? What? I'm falling out of love with that. Lee, yeah. Wasn't that Marsha? Didn't Marsha Gay Harden play her in the Pollock movie? What the hell was this woman's name? Oh, if it's even, I mean, Gansevoort really makes sense because that is a very New York City-ish thing. I think I forget it's probably right. But oh yeah, had this in there already. Forget, got Sony started out with that. And Nintendo started by making playing cards, y'all. It's true. It's crazy, but it's true. Is seals a noun? Maybe. Jay, see, we got a new dean at the old law school. He was interim and then egg something. Probably. Yes. Do you not get their emails? Lee Krasner. Good night. Man, oh man, I was like, Lee Remick ain't the answer. This is this. Why don't we, I don't know, we had some wrong letters or tart. Section of a posse cut is, I don't know, Jules Verne, perhaps? Cape Verde, perhaps? What is this? Storefront sign to lease. Gaskets, nice. To lease or to let, as we say in the UK. Posse cut section is a verse. No clue. Oh my gosh, look at all this chat. Fatty, what is up, Fatty? And I say that only in the sense that your screen name is Fatty, of course. He's finished a first draft of a puzzle. Interesting. Well, perhaps someday we'll all get to enjoy it. Really instant. Interesting. Caroline, you couldn't drink it. Oh yeah, you lost your sense of taste from COVID. That is Jesus. Tuca, hello. Man, all these great people are, even as I am like thinking it's time to land the plane, it's like 11 o'clock here. If my computer worked properly the other day when I streamed Crosswords on Monday, I wouldn't even be streaming right now. But there was a weird hiccup where like the camera and the screen share and the mic all like cut out for a second. It was like confusing and weird. And that was just me streaming. But tomorrow night, we got a bunch of people coming in here. And you know, you got to clean up the house before you have the guests. We just want to make sure the computer is working properly. Please join us tomorrow night at 7 Eastern when our friend David Harris will present his latest Only Connect set, Connections game. No problem. Tuca, appreciate you. Please join us tomorrow night, Tuca, and bring your friends who like puzzles. because did I say it enough times? I wasn't going to say it at all when I started the stream. And now, whatever. Damn the torpedoes. Will Shorts, the puzzle editor of the New York Times, will be joining us tomorrow night at roughly 8 Eastern. Will has a set of what he calls, or what Ken Jennings calls, connections. They are connections based trivia questions where there are a bunch of individual trivia questions where the answers all have something in common. Like maybe they're blah, 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 or maybe they're blah, blah, blah. I won't say examples because the stuff I could think off the top of my head definitely could be actually in the game tomorrow, but you get it. And so just like our Only Connect game, the earlier you guess it, the more points you get. Yes, they are tough. They are tough. And it's funny, Ken Jennings was writing them for, I think he was writing them for like Mental Floss or some, I definitely wrote for them for at some point. I don't know. He was writing them online. And Ken Jennings is actually like a buddy of Will Short's. So it's like, I am way out over my skis. But yeah, but Will is my editor. I write material for the newspaper. I know him through puzzle circles, and flatteringly and like shockingly, he was completely into the idea of coming on here. I mean, I didn't ask him. He asked me. He's like, Ben, we were emailing actually like not long ago about New York Times edits. And he's like, reminder, I want to come on your show and do the trivia game. So, I mean, it's totally humbled and thrilled that he's up for it. That I'm so far out over my skis that I like just hit my face into the chairlift pole. I really, wow, what a huge compliment. A Tom Hanks vibe. Tuca, as I said the other day, I have been meaning to, I know I dropped too many names on the stream. My friend Tom Hanks keeps telling me, quit dropping names on the stream, but I got to be me. And by the way, instant user, are you Tom Hanks? There was a widely held theory that our friend here, instant user, is in fact Rihanna, the singer. But now I, I I'm confused. I'm confused by not just crosswords, but by everything. Like, why am I streaming at 11 o'clock at night? Well, now that the computer has passed the test, now that everybody here, all, how many people are lurking in the chat? Looks like we got our usual, 600,000. Please join us tomorrow night. Please follow me on Twitch if you want to get an alert when we start the show. Or just, mark your calendar. Tell your family you have something more important to do. Tell your boss, I quit. I'm going to watch David Harris's awesome Only Connect material. Oh, and also Will Shorts. Should be a great one. Very excited. I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to kill my billboard, but it doesn't matter because we're Smithers, bring this bird down. Yeah, Caro, you are up there with Udelka in the plate cleaners club. Your attendance is immaculate. There was a Simpsons episode where Mr. Burns and Smithers were in the cockpit of an airplane. And I can't imitate the voices. I'm no Hank Azaria, or no, Harry Shearer in the case of those characters. But Mr. Burns says, Smithers, bring this bird down. And Smithers says, sir, actually, you're flying the plane. And Burns goes, excellent. So great. Okay, tomorrow night, y'all. What is it, 11 o'clock now? It's at 6 my time. In a scant 19 hours. Get some sleep. Get your typing fingers ready because you are invited to play along in the chat. Caro, I can't even relate to your, are you at you should be at a foam party in Ibiza, a couple countries over with the crazy hours that you keep. But no, I appreciate you all, one and all. Thanks for joining me. Tonight's stream was not planned. It was just sort of this computer better work, and it seems to have. So now that it worked perfectly tonight, I'm sure it'll be a gigantic disaster tomorrow. But it turns out that it was all about the friends we made along the way. I have a crazy idea, and that idea is I'm gonna end the stream in a sec. Prepare to get your life back. Prepare for the blessed silence that accompanies me shutting up. It happens so rarely. I'm going to share the most applicable possible New Yorker cartoon, and that is by the great Drew Dernovich. Drew, lay it on us, pal. What do you got? A great cartoon that is also completely relevant to what we got going on. Connections tomorrow. For those of you who will be making connections, well, good for you. Good for all of us. All right. We've been going 2 to 2.5 hours lately. This is just like this is just the appetizer. Tomorrow night's stream, that's the real deal. Please join us, Jay, Caro, Instant, Tuca, a bunch of good chatters tonight, a bunch of chatters tonight, who are also good ones. Fatty, our friend Will was here earlier. Yeah, good group top to bottom. What can I say? You always say 9 goodbyes and don't leave. Eliana, thank you, everybody. Thank you, lurkers. See you guys tomorrow night. I'll let this chat run for a hot sec, but I'm out. Have a great night, everybody.